essentially the thing I want to get across with marijuana legalization. Like, I've spent a lot of time. I went to school in Vancouver and spent a lot of time in Sweden and the Netherlands and Italy and places where they have fairly relaxed marijuana laws. And although there are some negative effects, I think in the whole, I think overall there's a lot of benefits. One of the first things is, I know people are concerned about increased use, like you legalize marijuana and suddenly it's gonna be just a dramatic spike. Canada already has one of the highest marijuana use rates in the world, and these other countries that legalize marijuana or really relaxed the rules, they did see like a short increase in use, but then they saw quite a fall and the stabilization of marijuana use rates at a lower rate than before they enacted these looser laws. So there's not really evidence that shows that more people are going to start using marijuana just because it's legal. And I think one of the biggest things too is you want to keep something like this that is a drug out of the hands of minors and legalize. Like right now, it's so easy for someone under 18. It's easier for them to get a hold of marijuana than it is to buy a beer. It's not regulated. It's backdoor channels. If it was legalized, the majority of the supply and distribution is going to be in government-controlled channels. So you're going to have the same system as it is to purchase alcohol. You're going to need IDs. There's going to be special places that you can purchase it from, and it's going to be more controlled. So I think it's going to actually be a better opportunity to keep marijuana out of the hands of minors. I know that the Senate Committee on Illegal Drugs had a study that really disproved the idea that marijuana is a gateway drug to harder drugs. And there's been several studies along those lines that really shows that there really doesn't have any correlation with marijuana use leading to harder drugs, which I think is, harder drugs definitely are a big harm to society, and those law enforcement resources and judicial resources that we're using prosecuting and enforcing some of these marijuana laws, we can redirect those and use those towards tackling more serious drugs and traffickers and more serious problems. So I think that's a big opportunity, and I think another big opportunity is the profits from marijuana, from the sale and the growth and the distribution. These profits are pretty much going to organized crime groups to fund illegal activity. And if it was legalized and government regulated, a lot of these profits would be able to go to the government in forms of taxable income, and taxable revenue, sorry. And we could use them towards education, awareness, ensuring that it doesn't get in the hands of minors, and even treatment programs if that's what's necessary. So it's a big portion of potential government revenue that right now is just going into organized crime. There are some really tricky issues that we'd have to work on, especially in terms of our relationship with the US. They would really, I think, push back hard against legalization of marijuana in Canada. So we wouldn't be able to act in isolation. We would have to work together with their organizations, the DEA, and especially with issues like border security and how we would be able to pursue our own independent path without really isolating them, because it could create big problems in our relationship. But I really believe that the majority of Canadians would support a move towards legalization of marijuana, and I think that it's, while it's not one of the most important issues facing our country, I think it's definitely something that should be re-explored.